Skyrim is a treasure trove of both lovable and bothersome NPCs, some excellent Easter eggs, and some great hidden quests. In the strictest sense, you'll know about a quest when you come across it, but some of them are really cleverly hidden, and in a game world as sprawling as Skyrim, you'd be forgiven for missing one or two. I'm Jess from WhatCulture, and here are the 10 best secret quests from Skyrim that everyone missed. Number 10. Rise in the East. Stumble across the East Empire Company office on the docks of Windhelm and you'll meet Orthus and Dario. This is a bit of an odd one to find, as it involves you going to the Windhelm docks, requiring previous knowledge that Windhelm even has docks, something you may not have known until the Dragonborn DLC. Once you encounter Orthus though, you'll be glad you have, as he gives you a quest to take on a group of pirates called the Bloodhawkers, as they're causing trouble for the East Empire Company. Steal a logbook, hand it over, investigate the island on which the pirates are located, kill them off and their little mage too, and take home a tidy sum for your trouble. Completing the quest will also grant you access to the NPC follower Adelaisa Vidici, and down the line during the diplomatic immunity quest, Orthus can be called in as an ally. Number 9. Summoning KARSTAAG. If some tricky to find docks aren't quite hidden enough for you, then let's cover off on a quest that's actually unmarked, and it's got a frost giant ghost in it, so that's fun. Journey to the Castle KARSTAAG ruins north of Solstheim, and you'll get a quest to retrieve KARSTAAG's skull from the glacial cave. In the aforementioned ruins, you'll place the skull upon his throne. The ruins will rumble and the ghostly KARSTAAG will appear, and he's not too stoked to be woken up. He's a pretty damn tough foe to take on, but if you're able to defeat him, you'll gain the power Summon KARSTAAG, which lets you, well, summon KARSTAAG. Fair warning though, you'll only be able to summon him 3 times before it's no longer possible. I guess he's got frost giant ghost activities to attend to or something? I don't know. Number 8. Liar's Retreat. Liar's Retreat is another unmarked quest location, a bandit hideout littered with farmer that can be found south of Dragonbridge. Given that it's a bandit hideout littered with farmer, the two are predictably not getting along, and the farmer have well and truly taken the upper hand. What makes the Liar's Retreat extra special and worth scouring the game world for is that it's home to one of the best unique weapons in the game. Once you've fought your way to the final chamber, you'll find the body of the bandit's bartender Rad, who appears to have been tortured and skewered by a farmer. It's easy to miss, but if you search under the tablet Rad is lying upon, you'll find the Long Hammer, a unique orcish warhammer that swings 30% faster than a regular warhammer. This effect isn't considered an enchantment, so you can enchant it on top of that to make it even better. Number 7. Frostflow Abyss. If this name sounds familiar, you may have caught my retelling of it in my Darkest Quests in Elder Scrolls History video, but it does belong on this list too, so let's go over it. Frostflow Abyss is not only out of the way, so you'll feel good about having found it, it's also a rewarding story to uncover. Not a feel-good story, mind you, but a rewarding one. Located on the coast of Winterhold, this lighthouse once housed a recently located family who were tragically killed by the nest of farmers under their new home. As you delve further into the lighthouse, slashing through farmer as you go, you'll discover more about what befell the family, and the journal entries leading up to their respective demise are pretty damn devastating. The story of this one is worth it on its own, but as the quest concludes, you'll also gain a permanent effect called Sailor's Repose, which gives healing spells a 10% effectiveness boost. Number 6. Forgotten Names. You'd think that any quests around the College of Winterhold wouldn't be too hard to find, but given that Forgotten Names is unmarked, you'd be forgiven for missing it. The quest kicks off once you spot a Daedric Gauntlet in the Midden, the trap-riddled dungeon under the college. It's surrounded by skeleton bits and blood. You'll need to find an incident report and key which make mention of 4 rings that once adorned the gauntlet. The report specifically says not to find the rings and place them back on the statue. But hey, it's not the boss of you. Once you pop them back on the glove's creepy fingers, you'll summon the infamous Dremora pirate, Velek Sane. You'll be able to choose whether to set him free, granting you with a treasure map, or kill it off and take the dude's heart. The choice is yours. Number 5. The Pale Lady. If you find yourself milling about near Frostmere Crypt south of Dawnstar, you'll come across a bandit called Elisa Blackthorn being attacked by her own group. If you save her, she'll give you the quest. If not, her journal will give it to you. Essentially, something otherworldly is going on in the crypt, and you'll uncover more information through journals you come across throughout your exploration of the spooky spot. Finally, you'll discover an underground forest, home to a wisp mother called the Pale Lady. I won't spoil the whole tale, but she's pretty much exactly as creepy as she sounds, and it'll be up to you to decide whether you want to put her to rest or take her out by force. Number 4. KYNE'S Sacred Trials. If we're seeking Skyrim's best quests that are pretty damn out of the way, you wouldn't want to miss out on a trip to Froki's Shack. Located up a steep mountain west of Riften by Autumnwatch Tower is a shack and its sole inhabitant, Froki Weddedblade. Have a chat with the dude who has the A+ view and he'll ask if you're a true hunter. You tell him you're the goddamn Dragonborn, or just yes, and he'll tell you of Kyne, the Norse goddess of the storm, and task you with taking on Kyne's sacred trials. These involve running around Skyrim to seek and destroy 3 ghostly guardian beasts, a wolf, a skeever, and a mudcrab. Once you've done that, you'll need to take on 3 more beasts, a saber cat, a mammoth, and a bear. Finally, you'll face off against a nasty troll in the Grey Winter Watch Cavern. It's no easy task, but if you can pull it off, you'll be rewarded with Kyne's Token, an enchanted amulet that reduces damage taken from animals and ups your bow damage. That one would have come in handy before all the animal slaying, actually. Number 3, Evil in Waiting. This quest involves one of the coveted dragon priest masks, and it's a particularly tricky one to come across. You begin the quest in Valtomb, a tomb southeast of Markarth. Here you'll meet a spirit called Valdar who calls upon you to collect 3 vessels scattered throughout the cave and bring them back to him. There's some high-level locks, giant frostbite spiders, and puzzles between you and the jars, but nothing you can't handle. Valdar tells you to pour out the contents, thus causing the lich entombed in the area to be drained of his powers. Classic Valdar, though, turns out he's a big lying liar and he instead reanimates the lich, who turns out to be a pretty formidable opponent. The lich Hevronarch will try and zap you with lightning spells and summon Stormatronarchs, but once he's defeated, he drops his mask, which grants your Dragonborn immunity to disease and poison. So you're gonna want that. Number 2, The Ghost of Old HROLDAN. This quest is crazy easy to miss, as it requires you to sleep in a super specific room at a super specific inn to activate it. If you do sleep in the room Tiber Septim slept in at the Old HROLDAN Inn, you can meet Old HROLDAN's ghost. Your new spectral buddy might need some spectacles though, because he mistakes you for somebody else, asking you to deliver on your promise and bring back a sword. So you're off to find said sword from one of 8 possible random locations that you're told of by the innkeeper. You do your hero thing and deliver it back to the ghost, fulfilling his mate's oath and completing the quest, getting a 1-point increase in one-handed and block for your trouble. Number 1, Repentance. If you're getting cozy with these stories about ghosts and liches, why not throw a witch into the mix? Venture southwest of Riften and you'll come across an old watchtower called Dark Light Tower. Fascinating name, but what's even more fascinating is the Imperial Mage you run into inside. Her name is Ilya, and she tells you she was sent to obtain a blood sacrifice for a ritual, but she's decided she's over the evil coven lording over the temple, and she wants you to help her get to the top of the tower to kill off the leader of the coven, who's also her mum. Yikes. Ilya can die during the quest, though that won't stop you from completing it. Once you kill off the bad witchy woman, you'll get her weapon, the Staff of Hag's Wrath, and of course all the other goodies you can carry out of there. Let me know down in that comment section which hidden quests in Skyrim are your favorite and how many of the ones on this list you knew about. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I've been Jess from WhatCulture. You can come say hi to me on my Twitter where I'm at Jess McDonnell, but do stay tuned to us here for plenty more content.